What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is fine. Hope everybody is getting themselves together. And surprisingly so, I seem to manage sometime to pull in a Thursday tea talk. So either the Lord is on my side or I'm doing something right and the Lord is on my side. Amen. Amen. So I'm not going to tarry too long because I have things to do and things I need to go and check on and see. So get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close, okay? Any information about our book club, anything about any upcoming events that I have as far as stream workshops and happy hours, all of that is down below. Also, I want to be sure that I bring close attention to some of y'all that's over here have not gone over to my secondary channel, Stella Bistro Foods, and subscribe. And I need explanations. We all eat, okay? So we all need to be sure that we understand how to survive and have those home economic skills such as cooking to be able to be self-sufficient. Double amens, double amens. Okay, so we need to have a tea talk. This tea talk is a tea talk I recently had with a friend of mine, but nonetheless, it's good to check in because sometimes if you don't check in, you'll somehow check out, right? My words are moving faster in my head than my mouth is, so please forgive me. But needless to say, it's never like a time such as the present to bring things to the forefront, to encourage and to help others along. We may not be in the same place, we may not be in the same atmosphere, we may not be in the same time zones, we may not be in the same neighborhoods. You get what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's nothing and it's free for you to be able to help somebody. And at the same time, if you're humble enough, you see how you can help yourself too, just to give yourself a refresher. Ain't nothing worse than being in summertime, y'all decide to eat out on the deck and somebody's underarms, you get a whiff of them between the Old Bay and them. Ain't no lemon smell gonna cover up that odor, that sniff, that stench, okay? For real. It's not. I don't give a fuck how fresh the lemons is. But that's neither here or there. What I'm saying to you is sometimes it's okay for you to do a self-check as well as you support and encourage someone else, right? And as long as it's coming from a good place, not only do you elevate, but so does that person. This is what I'm talking about, a steady elevation between two people. It's never a one-way street. It's never I get on your back until your legs hurt and then I just be like, well, fuck it, your legs hurt, that's on you. No, wrong answer. You know, so we need to have this tea talk topic about, you know, coaching ourselves. It's nothing wrong with you being your own supporter. It's nothing wrong with you being the only believer behind what it is that you're trying to push forward. And it's nothing wrong with you standing out in the crowd and being a person that says, hey, I do more like A, B, C, D, F, G, like being by yourself or working with a two-person team, being between you and the Lord. Or if it's to be a three-person team between you and a significant other, investor, supporter, friend, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Insert where it's supposed to be beneficial for you. But what I'm trying to tell you is that when we get to a point we're realizing we're coaching ourselves, a lot of people realize the decline more than they realize the incline. Though we may have soldiers fall to our side, we still don't stand alone. Come on now. Okay, we still don't stand alone. We still have, you know, a fortress to be able to protect us, to make sure that we get to the finish line. But at the same time, in order for that to happen, you know, something has to click. Like I said in my, you know, make it make sense video, I think, make it make sense. What's not clicking? What's not clicking? So this is why I say sometimes we do need to encourage ourselves. We do need to coach ourselves. And we also need to believe in ourselves, because in order for us to completely see as to where we are, how we respect, what we respect, and accept what is to be respected and received, if it's for divine purpose, meaning, and reason, regardless of how fast you think you run, honey, you can be Wilma Rudolph on steroids. You're not going to be able to outrun what is designed for you. You can take as many shortcuts, you can have as many mistakes, but if it's for you at the end of the road and at checkpoint and at the end, it's going to have your name on it. So since that is the case, we need to talk about how to coach yourself. All of these exercises I'm telling you, I do. As a person that suffers with depression, it's never easy, you know. As a person that is more introverted, like, you know, persons will really think like more of me being on the dark side than me being as enlightened as I am, because I'm so to myself. And, you know, to each his own, but the bottom line is, like my dad always say, if you mind your business, you live longer. And a lot of times I just find that I'm just easier solo. Like, you know, you can have your friends and everything like that, but it's just like, I'm really big on the idea of, you don't want to be everybody's friend, because then you have enemies everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm that type of person in person. I'm just saying, like, you just never know these days. Like, desperation has a whole new definition and a whole new meaning depending on someone's situation. So, you know, to lessen the fact of someone thinks I'm going to come across innocent, to throw them off that I'm not, it is what it is. But that's neither here or there. Needless to say, right, you're not standing alone. You got to have some type of confidence in yourself to know, even when you coach yourself and you don't feel as if like you have as many thoughts in your mind to help keep your head off of the negativity, you still gonna coach yourself to be able to meet that checkpoint. And when you're able to get your Gatorade and your wet towel, you'll adjust accordingly. That's all part of you coaching yourself. Look, no one said things were gonna be easy. Shitting isn't easy, so ain't shit in life gonna be easy. Take that in, okay? But at the end of the day, if you make it, you have a story to tell. So you being open to being confident with the skills that you have been able to equip all this time, a lot of times we find that the things that we dreaded to do at our 9-to-5s are exactly what it is that we need to do in us being CEOs, because it kept us on some type of regimen and schedule. And when we seem to feel as if like, you know what, maybe this is a little bit more compromising than what I thought, no, you still need to coach yourself. Don't ever feel as if like, I want to say don't feel as if like it's okay not to finish anything, but understand if so happens you are doing something for maybe your child, or perhaps maybe you're doing something for someone like your parents or someone that depends on you, would you stop? Okay, well, you need to have that same type of emphasis when it comes down to you coaching yourself to see yourself through. You don't need a lot of encouragement if you are secure in yourself. And to be secure in yourself, just as much as you can envision it to be happening, it can come true as well. You know, you don't have to sell, you know, everything you have, areola, ass, cheek, and all, just to be able to go out and do well for yourself. How you decide to do well for yourself is up here. And when you coach yourself to understand, like, look, at some point, if I want to elevate, these things that are coming across to me are not insecurities no more. You know, when it comes to business, those insecurities are not that no more. They're competition. Now you need to adjust according to your business plan. And you need to make sure that you're able to be you be good for the fight. You be suit for the fight. If not, you can find yourself trying to hide and recoup. And checkpoints aren't for that. You're not supposed to look backwards when you're trying to run full speed ahead, sprint, jog, you name it. It just slows you down. What you need to do at that checkpoint when you coach yourself is to be sure that you check on the inside of you. Bitch, are you okay? You need to ask yourself, are you okay? Go to that video. Okay, I'll put it all up in yonder, all up in here. All up in here. Okay, but needless to say, if you don't check on yourself, if you feel like you have no support, then who's important? What they say and how they feel, or how you feel and how you move and how you decide to live your life. You know, point blank period. So allow the things that you learned while you were working those dreadful 9-to-5s come into play for you. Because now it's time for what you dreaded, but you still endured. Okay, checkpoint was lunchtime for us. I don't know about y'all. Okay, and finish line was that damn car hitting that interstate, the first block I turn off of. I'm officially off the clock. Don't call me. We need to think the same way. Because wasn't lunchtime always the time that we recalibrate? Real workers recalibrate at lunchtime. Folks who just come to wonder about lunch, they clock in and they're just there. Which one are you? When you coach yourself, you know what your significance is, your values, your assets. And at the same time, you understand that critics and criticism isn't politicians for you. They're not politics, they're not politicians. They're just simply like assessments for you to gauge where you're at and where you want to grow. In order for people to see you as competition versus you see me competitive, is that you have to coach yourself. Because if you don't, you'll fall sideline to anything. Oh, Gatorade, let me go. You got a whole water bottle on your fanny pack and you worrying about Gatorade. See, that corn syrup got you all off to the left. Focus and coach yourself. Life, honey, is not a sprint. Especially if it starts and ends in the summertime, honey. Heat strokes for days. No. Pace yourself. Gauge yourself on what you can do. And the rest will follow. You know, at some point, coaching yourself does not mean you're comparing yourself to someone else. Not someone beside you, but mentally you're challenging yourself to become better. And in order to become better, guess what we have? We have counselors, we have coaches, enthusiasts, influencers, you name it. But all in all, it's to get you on track. So when the day comes when all this is not available, all this technology ain't here, we need to think about what and how we can stay on track to be able to get through all of this. And it starts up here and it starts with you. So this Thursday, challenge your mind to understand if it's living there rent free, it needs to go. If it's not making you money, it needs to go. If it doesn't work for you, it needs to go. Because you have to think about you at some point in time or another. If, again, you feel like you're in a corner by yourself and you're trying to turn your fingers into claws, what are you going to do? You're going to coach yourself out that corner, or you can panic and you can pass out in it. The choice is yours. But either way, leave your comments down below, honey. I got to get to where I need to get to. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.